Maple, honey, we literally just started the video. Why do you have a thought bubble? Oh, Luna, you won't believe what I just realized that I did. I was at the store. Oh, Maple, you literally almost gave me a heart attack. I thought you were trying to leave me. For this video, I will be decorating 2 yards. The first one we will work on is Stitches Yard. I decided to put Stitches Yard and Marshals Yard together because they are neighbors, and who doesn't love Stitches and Marshall? So why not put them together in the same video? So for Stitches Yard, I was inspired by his interior design. For those of you that haven't seen his interior design, here's a picture of it. He has a lot of mom items and he's kind of like a little kid, I feel. So I took that into inspiration and I wanted to create a yard that was kind of like, you know, playful, colorful, that mostly fits his personality and style. I added toy items to the area and I also included some Fairycore elements like this Nova light. For this build in particular, you're gonna see a lot of bear items because Stitches is a little cub and I wanted him to feel right at home with all of the bears. Plus, we all know how much I love bears. So I'm just filling up the area with some custom designs. If you didn't know, I actually ended up changing the fairy path to this one. I really love this one more than the last one. This one just has a lot of colors that I like, the pink and the purple, and it also has like these mushroom and crescent moon designs on it. I don't really see a lot of people with this one. Maybe I will after this video, but I really love it. And if you do, you should definitely consider downloading it. I will have the code for this and the other designs that I use in this video in the description below if you want to check those out. With all of my villagers, I love putting their photo on top of this mushroom stool. I think that it looks super cute and it also fits with the Fairycore theme. For this little section that I have here, I just randomly came up with this idea as I was looking at the area. I was like, oh, what if I add like a floating Nova light here? And so I did it and I ended up liking it. There's no backstory to this. I just randomly came up with it, as I do with like 98% of my builds. I'm just fixing it to my liking. I don't want to make this little pond too big because I want to be able to add other items to this area. Now I'm just adding some trees to this area. I wanted to kind of have it look like a little forest. So now I'm just going to basically create like a little blueprint for myself by adding some custom designs to the area, starting off with this circle stone design. Then I'm extending the fairy path towards the middle of this area and adding flowers in between the path design. Here I'm going to lay down this moonstone circle in between these 2 trees so that I can add the swinging bench. I don't know why they call it swinging bench when it doesn't even swing. And then I'm just filling up the area with some custom design codes and flowers. Then I decided to push back the cedar tree because I felt like it was too symmetrical with the orange tree that I have here. Now I'm going to add the swinging bench that I mentioned earlier in between the 2 trees. I added these 2 flowers, but then I noticed that you can't even see them behind the tree, so I took them out and pushed them back up a bit. Then I added these purple petal designs that look super cute on the floor. Now we're getting to the fun part, which is decorating. So for the area, I just decided to add some toy items that I had in my storage. I ended up pushing back this spring ride-on and toy box so that I could fit the mush lamp and mushroom parasol. Then I'm going to add the Big Mama, which is this ginormous bear. I thought this Aries rocking chair looked so cute here, so I added it. Now for this area, I wanted to create like a birthday teddy bear party. So I'm going to add some teddy bears and food items. The moon cake that you see here is not out yet. I actually got them on a treasure island that I went to. Just like in my last video, I am throwing in another secret giveaway for the first 3 people that chat request me on Nikazon. I will be giving away all of the new seasonal items that are currently time locked. I just want to give back to all of my besties and all of my friends that support me on this channel. You are all amazing and I love you all. I'm just finishing off this area with more flowers and butterfly models. I have this beautiful pastel teacup ride that I don't know where to put on my island, but I really wanted to put it on my island, so I took the opportunity that I'm fixing Stitches' yard to add it here. Then, since we got the new update and we got the updated fireworks show and new items, the cotton candy item paired so nicely with this cotton candy stall. I dropped the cotton candy on the mush stool so that if you come visit my island, you can stop by and grab a cotton candy for yourself. I had this blue gift that I forgot to give one of my villagers, and then days passed and I couldn't give it to the villager, so I just ended up decorating the area with it. Then I'm just filling up the area with some star fragments and mushrooms. I felt like the back of the swinging bench was missing something, so I added the bunny day balloons. So here is how the view looks if you sit here on the swinging bench. You have a whole view of Maple's yard. Here is how Stitches' yard looks. I absolutely love his yard. I think it fits him perfectly, and it also fits with my Fairycore theme. So now I'm going to work on Marshal's yard. So if you didn't know, now you know. Marshall is my favorite villager of all time. He is my baby. I absolutely love him. I adore him. He is my life in Animal Crossing. I am completely obsessed with him. I think everyone knows this. For his yard, I wanted to give him a space that complements his personality and what he likes while also staying in the Fairycore theme. Marshall is a classy man who is extremely bougie. He loves his coffee and reading. So just like Stitches' yard, I want to incorporate Marshall's interior design to his yard, and I'm adding the moonstone circle design to act as another pathway. I'm going to fill up the area with some custom designs. I added this little log chair so that Marshall can sit and read his book, and I also paired it with this log stool to act as a little table for the mom's tea cozy. Then I'm just going to extend the fairy path. I'm just going to continue to lay more custom designs. I'm also mixing and matching the custom design codes so that I'm not using the same designs over and over again, and also giving myself a blueprint. If you're wondering, I do create the builds before recording just so that I know exactly where to put the custom designs and the items, and I'm not going around this build like a chicken with its head cut off. Trying to figure out where things go, so makes it easier for me. If you notice, in some of my builds I add a little book with a gnome next to it to make it look like he's reading it. I don't know why, but it just looks so cute. So for this little part here, I added this mush table with this wedding wand and ring so that Marshall can remember the time I proposed to him. If you've seen the video I made on TikTok, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you didn't, I basically asked Marshall to marry me. He obviously said yes, so I keep the ring here to remind him that he cannot leave my island because we made a commitment. It was a little joke. I'm decorating the blanket with some butterfly models to make it look like, you know, little fairies are flying around. Then I added this mum cushion so that Marshall can sit. Then I went back and removed the purple hyacinth because I already have like a white one, so I changed it to this purple mum. I added this bird bath here because it looks super classy and elegant, and I know Marshall will appreciate it. And then instead of adding another flower, I decided to add a Pisces star fragment here. I'm adding the mush stool and his photo just like I did with Stitches Yard. Now for this little section, I definitely know Marshall will really appreciate this one. So Marshall loves coffee. His house reminds me of like a coffee shop, so I kind of wanted to have a little coffee slash chill area for him. So I added the cinnamon roll stool with this cute little coffee cup. Then I'm adding another blanket here. I really wish that Nintendo can come out with like another update where we can like display the rugs outside. Of course, I'm adding my Nova lights, and then I'm adding this fireplace and simple kettle with some cream and sugar so that Marshall can add it to his coffee while he's sitting in this little rocking chair. And I'm adding another log stool for the mooncakes. Then I'm going back and adding this pansy table behind the tree and adding a large star fragment on top. And then I'm finishing off the area by scattering some star fragments. So this is how the build ended up looking. I love his area so much, and I can see someone else loves his area too. I personally think this area fits him perfectly, and it kind of looks Fairycore-ish if you ask me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button. If you want to see more Animal Crossing videos from me, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all always. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.